Hey, babe, you got your lineup for the video?
Yeah. Talk about. I wasn't gonna do an email, but it just came in this morning, so I'm gonna do this one about this couple out of St. Louis. And you remember I told you about the lady from Tuesday? I think it was Tuesday she called, and she had looked at the previous video, previous business credit video.
Mm-hmm.
What was funny about that was, one, she said that I'm kind of funny. I'm damn funny. But nah, for real. What was funny, seriously, was her mindset about it was like she literally said, "So should I just go into the bank and tell them I want to apply for business credit?" I said, somewhat, but I was like, "Did you listen to the whole video?" She was like, "Yeah." I said, "Did you like and subscribe?" "Yeah." "Okay, so where are we at with the things that I told you that you needed?" "Well, I don't know what type of business I want to go into yet." And I literally almost felt, I think I was here. I literally almost fell down. Like when she said, I'm like, "So how we going to get a business loan? And we don't know what business we're going into. Like, you think you're just going to walk in the bank and say, hey, I need me a business loan, dog. Give me one of them business loans." They be like, "I was waiting on you. Come sit down."
I'm recording you, babe.
You're killing me. You're killing me.
Hey, babe, you gonna do your video today?
Yep. All right, y'all. Back at it again. Please like and subscribe to all our videos, social media, and especially YouTube. We're trying to get into it. We just want your likes and subscribe for you to subscribe, and definitely your comments. Your comments are more important than anything. So I know I always do I talk about an email, but I want to talk about a phone call that we got Tuesday from a young lady. I'm not gonna throw a name out there. I never do unless you say it's okay. But the importance of these videos are to take the content and run with it. Please go. But she literally thought that she could just go into the bank and get a loan with just saying, "I want to apply for business credit." If it don't work like that with your personal, damn sure ain't gonna work like that with business, because business is only guaranteed by your EIN number and your business name if you set it up right. And that's where we come in at, and we're gonna talk a little more about that. So, anonymous caller, this is for you. But in regards to an email that I got today, and I wasn't gonna do it, but I had to read about this because this is what I'm talking about. So, a St. Louis couple says that they have a high credit score. It's still not enough for their black business to secure a loan, says the Federal Reserve. Here we go, y'all. Black owners are denied loans more than any other group despite having good credit and steady profits by the U.S. Federal Reserve. All right, let's talk about the St. Louis couple, because this is what the whole email is about. Missouri-based Sauce Freddie Lee James Jr. and his wife Deborah James are among those who've been denied. In fact, have been denied loans. And in fact, they are still struggling to get a loan from their bank. They say, "We have 750 to 760 credit scores." James, creditor of finger-licking ghetto sauce, told St. Louis Public Radio, "We pay all our debts. We don't have a problem with that. But the bank, will not give us a business loan. And they are generating up to $200,000 in annual profits." Their sauce can be found in the grocery stores of Smucks, Home Goods, and St. Louis-based stores, Shrubs Market. $200,000. I don't see why, but it kind of tells me that, first of all, it doesn't sound like they're using business credit. They're pushing their sauce through their personal credit because of the scores they said. Because one thing, business credit doesn't go to 760. It goes from 27 to 100. So that was a red flag right there for me. And it's their name. It's their name. I talked about this in the last video. It's the name. Ghetto Sauce. Now, it's a lot of us that are underwriters. When I say us, I mean African Americans, the brown people, Latinas, whatever you want to call them. But they still have guidelines they have to go by. And then they can't approve us with those names, man. It's those names. It's the name. You know, if they want to do whatever the sauce name is, ghetto sauce, then they need to have a better business name. Mr. Morgan James and his sauce business, he can go that way with it. He can just call it the sauce business. You know, something like that, simple. And whatever name you want to put on the bottle is whatever you put on the bottle after you've gotten the funding. So I'm going to make it quick. I'm not going to make this drawn out. And this is really, y'all, just for the anonymous caller. I'm going to start from scratch. But I'm not going to go into I'm going to be honest, I'm not going to go into the vendors that you can get. If you want the vendors and how to get those onto your business credit, then you have to reach out to Simple Credit Consultant at AOL.com, 301-549-4363, and then we'll just go from there. Alright, so guys, like I said, I'm going to start. I'm not going to give the vendors because you have to reach out to us to get the vendors. But if you're serious, then I'm sure the phone will ring and we'll get the emails. So how I did it was, of course, we have Simple Credit Consulting. Well, that's the upfront name. But the business name actually is a Douglas Curitan Company. Because credit companies and finance companies sometimes have the tendency not to get approved. And this is what I'm talking about. So that's what I was saying about the towing companies, landscaping companies. If you have those names that you already know they're going to frown on, just do business as Big G's Towing. But in the back front of it, it can be G's Towing. Take the big out of it, or take the on top, or the we hustle so hard towing. Like, you got to take all that out of it, you know. Or even if it's just you're doing hair and you So Sexy Hair Company, just, you know, Kim's Hair Company, you know, make it addressable. Make them want to say, you know what, this is a great idea. How can we get behind you? How can we move forward to help you? How can we fund you with giving you $5,000, giving you $10,000 in credit, you know? Because remember, business credit that's all it is. I'm talking about doing business credit with no personal guarantee. Means no PG. Don't mean, hey, well, I only got a 440, 500 credit score. I'll never get business credit. Yes, you can, because we're talking about doing a business credit only, and that starts with your business name. Okay, the name that you're going to apply for the loan in, not the upfront name, the business name. Then we got to get our EIN number from the Social Security Administration. Okay, now some of us call it a tax ID number or EIN number. It's all the same thing, okay? And that operates as your business social. Just like you have a social, then your business has a social, okay? And then after that, we're going to go and get our Duns and Bradstreet number, okay? And after you get your Duns and Bradstreet number, then they are going to contact you and try to sell you more services that you're not going to need. Those services are going to go from $800 to $2,200. While you're on the phone with them, have them activate your Duns and Bradstreet number, okay? So after we have those two, we want to make sure we reach out to our state and the city that we reside in to get the LLC or go corporated. One of the two. Nonprofit is okay also, but one of those have to be the entity that your company falls up under. If you don't, you won't get any funding. If you're trying to go solo, or if you don't want to make it an entity, they're not going to take you seriously, okay? And you need to make sure you find out what insurances your company may need because of the business you may be in. You may be in some type of business that you're in people's homes or dealing with their cars and their property, and it has to be insured and bonded before they will approve you for even $500, guys. All right. So then we have those, and then the next thing we want to start talking about the things that we need for in today's time, because we're in such a time where social media is so big, and that falls into making sure that you have all your social media linked to your company name, and it has to be the same across the board. Whatever it is has to be for Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You want to also get a linked account, okay? You want to have a website that's operational and is showing some of the stuff that you're doing on social media. You want to have a 1-800 number that's on your website and that is linked to your social media. You also want to try your best to have a fax number that it just makes that business look hard and sturdy, and you're ready to do business, and that you can receive stuff from the bank, from clients, sending them stuff. So just making yourself look real professional, okay? All right, so that's a lot of things to have. Narrowing it down, we got to have a place where we can have things delivered to, not a postal box, not a UPS box, not a PO box, but if you can have an office, maybe share an office with someone that may have a business already, or you can use a virtual address. Either way, it has to be a deliverable address. So, we're saying that, now we're getting down all the way to the bottom, guys. So we have our EIN number, we have our company name, we have our Duns and Bradstreet, we have our insurances and our LLC or corporation, and we have our website. We have linked Twitter, Facebook, everything, all that's linked together. We have our 1-800 number, our fax number. My partner behind the scenes is saying, our address. It's a lot, guys. It really is a lot. And I try not to have to read it. So you'd be like, oh, he wrote it down. He don't know. Yeah, I do know, but it's just a lot. So yeah, with the virtual address, and then once you think you have everything, just go back over it and make sure that all the I's and T's are crossed, and then you're almost ready to start getting yourself ready for business credit. So then after that, after you've done all that, you can go and look at Equifax and Experian, and to make sure that your company is set up with them for the business credit. Now, if you do see it, 9 times out of 10, it's going to say that you have a poor score. So that doesn't mean that you can't get financed. That means you just have to start from scratch with the vendors. And that's why I said I'm not going to mention the vendors. You reach out to us, then we'll go from scratch with the vendors. So that's it, guys. Like I said, I didn't want to make it too long. I hope you guys could hear me. That's really it. So please don't forget to like and subscribe to this video. Please keep the comments coming. And